or does it just come? Whatever is in your head just comes.
I'm always trying to convey something specific. Every song I've ever written has been non-fiction. Everything. I have this strange affliction where when I look at the world, I actually see music. So music is going on in my head, almost like schizophrenia, but it's not telling me to do anything bad. It's like giving me lyrics and melodies. So that's why I can do so many records, why they sound different. That's why I can work with any amount of artists, do any amount of records, because I can't turn it off. When I look at you, when I look anywhere, I hear music. It just no, it just happens. You don't want to hear the song I'm writing now. No, I don't mean it in I honestly don't mean it in a bad way. It's just.
I don't know how to follow that. Where's our roving microphone?
Who influenced Chic's sound between then and now? Like, has your influences changed over time with different bands or different moments?
Well, what happens is that as we progress, as we just go through life, new artists come along. All the old stuff that I listened to when I was a kid, I still love. Still some of my favorite music of all time. But I never listen to old radio stations. I only listen to new music because I want to hear stuff that I don't know. You know, the reason why I can work so well with somebody like Avicii, and a person would say, well, how could I understand EDM? It's like, what are you talking about? I know every single song that's on the radio. I can sing it, I know the key, I can pick up my guitar and play it. As time happens, people and new artists just come along. Like, I was at an event a couple of years ago and I met this girl named Janelle Monáe. I'd never heard of her. And we just sat next to each other and instantly, I fell in love with her. She was just fascinating and so interesting. I said, I bet I'm looking at the next David Bowie right here. And this was about a year and a half ago. So, you know, it's like, you know, people just happen and they just come along and I get influenced all the time.
She is amazing, Janelle. Where's our microphone?
In 5 years, she's gonna rule the world, probably.
Hi, Niall.
Hey.
We're a big fan, and I missed you last week in Ibiza. I was just wondering if you could just give me a big hug. That's
A big hug?
Yeah.
That's easy.
A round of applause for a big hug. We should all hug. Hug the person next to you, come on.
Yeah, come on, do that.
In the room, come on. Can I give you a hug? A lot of love in the room. This is better than going to mass, isn't it? Time for maybe one or two more questions. We got time for one or two more? Brilliant. Where's the microphone gone?
Yeah.
So I can't see what's going on.
We got a chap right here in the front. Just take my mic.
Sorry, there's two chat shows in Ireland. There's the Late Late on Friday, and then there's another one called the Saturday Night Show. And it was on last night, and Eurovision winner Linda Martin did a version of Get Lucky. And I was wondering...
Fair play to her.
Had you heard it?
I think Mr. Rodgers is right to wince.
No. I haven't heard it, but wow, that seems weird. I mean, you know.
Welcome to Ireland.
I think no. I think anybody can do anything and interpret a song, but that seems odd. I mean, I remember her from way. She has a chat show.
No, she was on the Saturday Night Chat Show. RT had one on Saturday, so they were probably annoyed that you went on to onto Tubridy and were getting their own back.
Oh, so it was like late night chat show wars?
Yeah.
No, they should have had Daft Punk to do it. No,
but I think Linda Martin was a bit below the belt. Microphone there?
Now, I mean, I didn't see it, so I don't want to disrespect her. I didn't see it, so was it good? Oh, okay.
Nul point.
Okay.
Niall, I'm one of your, I suppose, when you're in your older fans tonight, but do you still miss Studio 54, and was it as really wild as they say it was?
It was wilder than they said it was. I guess what I miss is I miss the sense of optimism, and that's something that I feel has been missing. It feels like it's coming back. Yeah. I don't want to overly state this, but I've been around a long time, and when I was younger, we were so damn optimistic. When I came up, it was we felt like we put an end to the Vietnam War. We felt like we were the beginning of the women's movement, the gay movement, the Black Power movement, and then all of a sudden disco happened and we could express it all at one time. Then the punk rockers came along, so we thought that we had a voice for social change that could make a difference. And then all of a sudden, I guess corporations just sort of took what was our culture, and nobody owned record companies anymore. They started, and I understand, people were making profits in business, and I guess if you have a successful one, you want to sell it, but it changed the whole music culture, because I used to work with people who, if we didn't get a hit, they'd lose their house. So, it was an era of desperation, and it was wonderful, and when a CEO signed you, it was because they really loved what you stood for. So, the culture, the party culture, the dance culture, the club culture, all went along with the music. So that's what I miss. And yes, Studio 54 was so out of control. I was so out of control. I don't know if I miss being that out of control, because I was nuts. But at least I still made good records, I hope.
I've seen that Justin Timberlake has signed up to play Neil Bogart. Is that going to be a good film, do you reckon?
I think Justin Timberlake is a damn fine actor. He's turned in some really great performances. Neil Bogart is unbelievably interesting, but it all depends on how they write it and how they direct it. But it's got all the stuff there. I can't wait to see what they do. How they deal with Kiss and I mean there's a lot.
And I nearly forgot to mention as well, Chic the musical.
Well, it's not really going to be called Chic the musical. I would never do anything quite that corny. Although I have stooped low, but I didn't do it intentionally. I thought I was being cool. No, what happened was a couple of years ago I wrote my autobiography, and people seemed to love it. I got really, really amazing reviews. As a matter of fact, I've been on a mission. Now don't diss it just because I said this, like giving you the challenge, but I was actually looking for a bad review, and I've not found one, and people really love it. So someone approached me, no, it's true, someone approached me who's quite a distinguished Broadway producer, and we had one meeting, literally one meeting, and I fell in love with this dude. And he just said, Nile, you need to write a musical, and it needs to be your life story because it's so damn interesting. Your childhood was so interesting. You need to tie that all together. He convinced me, and I said yes, so that's what I'm working on now. People have approached me to do the film version, but I want to do the theatrical version first.
So, do we have time for just two more questions?
You keep saying that.
You're all nice.
Do we have time for one more? Well, two more. How about 15
I'm
more?
just checking with your man over there.
Let's have a sleepover.
Where is our roving microphone?
Hello. We sing a few Chic songs, and I just wondered, does that bother you? Other people singing your music, or
are you kidding me?
You happy?
No, I'm thrilled. As long as it didn't turn out like what you guys said happened last night. I hope you're doing well, right? It's good. No, and like I said, even I didn't hear whatever happened last night, but the fact that a person wants to sing a song that I wrote, I'm thrilled about it. If they screw it up, well, that's on them. But I mean, at least their emotion is right. I mean, the fact that they like it enough to want to do it, that's cool.
One final question, literally. Now this is the final. It's going to be a real cracker. No pressure. Where's the microphone gone?
I have a microphone. Niall, thank you. Fantastic gig tonight. Absolutely loved it.
Thank you.
Woo! I met my wife to be dancing to one of your songs. My daughter was born to one of your songs.
Wow!
So it's been fantastic. But my question is, have you been disappointed with the direction of music since television shows took over what record companies used to do, as in deciding what the public want and don't want?
I don't think it's that. I think it's much more what I was talking about. I think it was a lot of the executives don't have the same, meaning the record executives, don't have the same skin in the game that they did in the old days. So now the skin is a really big salary, which, it's okay. I mean, it is what it is, but I loved it when I met a CEO, and they really, they needed us. They didn't try and tell me what to do.